This is my little scrap made brooder box here. Made that out of a used tote I found on the side of the road. I live out in the country. There's a little turkey down in my feeder. That's a PVC feeder. I have this other one here too. There's the turkeys. We did, I think 12 turkeys. I sold 2 of them so far. I have a lot of people. This is our first time doing the turkeys. I have a lot of people on the list that want turkeys. Anyways, I'm going to show y'all how to, right now I have this watering bucket and it's dry rotting. And I have, they call them poultry nipples in there, and I'm going to switch to a different style and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So, I'll rescue those guys and get them out of that empty feeder. And we'll get started. Alright guys, welcome back to the Songbird Ranch. I wanted to show you I'm setting up a new turkey waterer here. 5-gallon bucket. Check out, zoom in on these, I want to show you these. So this thing sits with water, and whenever it gets low, their beaks press this, and it lets a little trickle of water each time it's pressed down in here. This piece is threaded. I just put this one on. You drill a hole. So you want to use a starter on these buckets. So use a starter bit that's real small, and then switch over to a bigger one. Now this is still a little bit too small, I found. I was just doing it by eye because I never read directions. Anyways, this one is I gotta take my glasses off to see what it says. This is a 5/16 drill bit, and what I'm doing, I'll drill one out and show you how I'm doing it to make it fit. So the cup has a threaded little gasket piece there, and then on the inside you squeeze up with one of these little plastic wing nuts and it pulls it tight, and that little gasket makes a watertight seal. So I'm going to show you one here. I'm thinking I'm going to do 3 for my brooder for the turkeys. I used to use a chicken nipple, what's called a poultry nipple, for watering, but I think this will get them on the bucket faster. And then you can get away with going a little bit longer on water fill-ups, and also I'll put a lid on this and it'll keep all the trash out of there. From like a lot of the other techniques, you have an open water and they kick bedding and poop in it. The other thing I'm doing is I'm bringing them up a little bit higher so this can sit flat, because these angle down. If you go too low in your bucket, this thing will want to touch the ground before the base of the bucket. So you want to get them up high enough where you got that level or above. And then I wanted it a little bit higher too, so some of the water, even if they drink it down to where they can't get any more water, they can't knock it over because there'll be water in the bottom giving it some weight. So let me show you how to drill one. So you use your starter bit. You could tap a line if you wanted to get real technical with how this works. I'm not real concerned about it. So a little starter. This bit's a little bit dull, so I'm pushing a little bit hard. You got to be careful on these. You don't want to crack them. Typically, if they're newer buckets, though, they won't crack. Now, what I found when you're doing these big ones is if you put your drill on reverse instead of drilling forward, it'll keep you from slamming through. So I'm going to set it for reverse, and I'm going to drill it out like this. And now I'm going to work it back and forth, kind of file it down real good. Because like I was saying, this drill bit's a little bit small for this job. And it'll probably take a little bit of pressure. Let me peel that trash off there. It'll probably take a little bit of pressure pushing on. I'm gonna run this drill because I got a big piece of plastic still on the inside. One more time. Try and knock that off. You want a smooth edge on the inside so your wing nut can really pull up there. And on the outside so that gasket sits real good. All right, so a little bit of pressure here, threading this on, pushing down kind of hard. It can be a little tricky to get it started. Once you get it started, it kind of should just thread right up. Like so. Thread that in. All right, that looks good. Then I'll take the wing nut. Can you film that? Try to film me screwing on there. You got it? All right. So we're threading that on. This thing actually needs to come up a little bit more. So I'll pull it up fairly tight. You don't want to go too tight because these things, there's not much to them. You can break something, they're kind of cheap plastic. So that's it. Once I get, I'm gonna put one more on here. I think 3 will be fine for my brooder. I don't keep that many birds in there at once. Once I get 3 on there, I'll fill her up and show you how the final thing works. All right, my buddy Tom's come over to see what I'm up to. Anytime I'm out here in the yard, I'm not out here for long, and he comes over. Says howdy. Bronze-breasted turkeys. I've never had an aggressive one. They're sweethearts. You can see where the chickens pecked his tail feathers out. We got a few leghorns around. So anyways, I put some water in here. I don't see any obvious leaks. That looks good. So the way these work, let's see if I can get the lighting a little bit better. The chicken comes up, or the turkey in this case, hits that thing, the water fills up. Boom. That's how I'll put it in there to start, so it'll get them over. But what happens as it gets low, they start pecking. And they peck that little yellow lever, and it brings the water right on it. So I'll show you the system I was running with. Got 3 of these on here. So my old system was these, they call them poultry nipples. They work good. Occasionally, I've ran these for years. Occasionally, you have to take them apart or soak them in vinegar because we have hard water. But the way that sits, it's like this. That little wire comes down. They peck that thing, and each time a drop of water drips down. So I think this setup will work better for teaching them because there'll be water there instantly. A lot of my older birds I have on this poultry nipple setup. Tom just gets wherever he wants. And he got a few spots he just has to go. And then those poultry nipples too. It gets real hot here in northern Florida. We're already in the 90s. High 90s some days. Alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright guys, I got the waterer, and I was out here using some power on them. I saw to put some shelving in a closet, so I had to unplug their heat light. Got that plugged back in here. That's where they feel safe, right under there. Anytime they feel scared, they run under there. And they hang out there most of the time. It's crazy. Like I was saying earlier, I'm in North Florida and it's June and it's sweltering hot, but they'll still stay right under there while they're little. They require a lot of heat. That one right there, he's probably only a week or 2 old. Some of these are about a month now, getting close to it. So there's the waterer. I think it's gonna work out good. I'll keep my eye on it. In the beginning, I might have to take a little stick and poke down on there to get the water, the little cups filled up. But it won't take them long. They figure it out pretty fast. Once one or two of them do it, they all start doing it. Well, this PVC feeder I made right there, it works good. I can load that thing up. And this amount of birds, if I fill that thing all the way up, it's good for a month. All right, Tom. Tell them to like and subscribe. Pants when it's hot. All right, y'all. Take care.